Hello everyone and welcome to Ferris Sports Update. I'm your host Rob Bentley and thanks for tuning in. For our final show of the 2011-2012 athletic season, we'll look back at the year in Bulldog Athletics and we'll check in with one team still in action, the Ferris State softball team. First up, Associate Athletics Director Jon Coles. And Jon, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Rob.
It's been an incredible year for Ferris State Athletics. Talk about this past year, the success the Bulldogs have had, and just what that has meant for this university.
Well, as you said, it's been a successful year, but in all facets, not just winning and losing, but the classroom, the community engagement. We've been successful in all areas, and of course, people want to be interested in the wins and losses, and I'll speak to that first. We had 5 conference champions to date. We still have teams competing, as you know, but it started off in the fall with volleyball, then men's and women's basketball, then of course hockey, and just recently men's tennis won the conference championship tournament here in Midland. So from an athletic on-the-court perspective, it's been outstanding. On top of that, we've done well in the classroom. Our hockey team, who nationally recognized for on ice, had a 3.4 GPA in the fall. Overall, we have over a 3.0 GPA in the athletic department. That is great nationally in comparison with other athletic departments, but that's also a higher GPA than sort of the average student on Ferris State's campus. So lot to be happy about, and then did some great things with community engagement as well. So it's been a great year.
Let's start with hockey. Obviously drew a lot of attention this year with the run to the national championship game and the Frozen Four. Talk about that success in hockey and what that does for the image of the university.
Well, you can't buy publicity, as you know that. Whether it was the New York Times, the USA Today, being in Sports Illustrated with a two-fold picture with Ferris State up on the scoreboard, that's stuff you can't buy, and once it happens, you just have to take full advantage, and I think we've done that. Great run by our hockey team, and not only on the ice, but how those guys conduct themselves. We won over a lot of folks in Tampa, both within the Florida community, but also within the arena and the NCAA staff, and it's because how accommodating our guys were, and just sort of down-to-earth, nice guys, and that's refreshing for NCAA people and arena staff that have to sort of work with teams coming in and out of their arena.
A lot goes on behind the scenes in terms of that hockey success and great fan support throughout the year. And this past week, a community celebration, a chance for the hockey team and the program to thank the fans, and just a great event for the community to be a part of.
Well, we couldn't do it without our fans, both community and student fans. We couldn't do it without our sponsors. So both the community celebration and us greeting our fan buses once they return from Florida is just a way for us to say thank you. Our players are very appreciative of our fans and our sponsors, and as is the administration, the entire community, campus community as a whole. So it's just one of many opportunities that we want to say thank you, and I think we did that through this event.
A great winter season, not only with hockey, but men's and women's basketball, both winning conference championships. Talk about that winter season and how those efforts on the court, if you will, or on the ice helped fuel the attendance and raise the fan base for Bulldog Athletics. Well,
winning breeds winning, and it started in the fall with volleyball, but that spirit catches on. Both that campus pride, the media coverage starts to flow. It just all came together this year, and so it did increase attendance. We've increased attendance in hockey for the past 4 years. This year, exceptionally high. 4 out of the last 5 games were sellouts. 5 games sold out overall. So obviously that winning creates energy and buzz, and we just feed off that. We sit back and enjoy it once that happens.
You mentioned some of the other things that went on in the department in terms of the classroom success and the community engagement efforts. Talk about some of those efforts and some teams that were a part of those community engagement efforts.
Well, all our teams are involved in one point or another throughout the year with some in community engagement, community service. A couple things that stick out in my mind when you ask that is sort of March is Reading Month. we had 11 of our teams go into local elementaries, 2 elementary schools to be exact, and put in over 130 hours of reading time during just the month of March alone. Besides March's Reading Month, I can think of Soap for Soldiers. Our athletic teams are constantly traveling, staying in hotels, and they get little packets of soap and shampoo that they don't use. Well, they've picked those up along the way, threw them in their bags, and we will then donate over 300 items of soap and shampoo to our National Guard troop, who of course is abroad and who is always in our minds. But those are just 2 of many events. Well, you know, one more that comes to mind is Make-A-Wish. And everybody's familiar with sort of the national Make-A-Wish campaign. And our student athletes raised over $1,300 this year for Make-A-Wish that we will send on to hopefully make one young kid's dream come true.
Obviously, with all the success the Bulldogs have had, and you mentioned the stuff off the court or off the ice, the Bulldogs have put in a lot of time. And just talk about that effort by the student athletes to put in those extra hours to do some of those things you've talked about.
Well, it's an expectation of ours. However, our students are very, very good at knowing that that's important. You know, we're educators as athletic administrators and as coaches, and we're trying to develop the whole student, and with that whole student experience comes giving back, learning how to be civic-minded, and that just all comes into play with when you sign up to be a Bulldog athlete. But they're very, very good about it. We don't have to twist their arm, and a lot of them are enjoy it as well. And it's just sort of an expected thing when you become a Bulldog athlete, that you're going to give back to the community.
I know a big part of your position is the marketing, promotional aspects of Bulldog Athletics. How does this success this year in so many things carry over into next year and the efforts you have going on for next fall?
Well, the buzz is as good as it has been. And like we said, winning breeds winning. So people want to be affiliated with a winner, and there's no better time than now with our hockey run and the 5 conference championships that I mentioned. And again, people not only want to be associated with a winner, but a good product. And that good product is that 3 arms of on the court or on the ice, on the field, whatever, and then sort of in the classroom, and then that community service leg as well. So people want to be associated with us. There's no doubt about it.
And finally, I guess as you look back, what's been maybe the memorable highlight for you this past season in Bulldog Athletics?
Tough to match the trip to Tampa, and just sort of, whether it be the charter flight down there or arriving to a red carpet with a reggae band, and just the overall experience of Tampa. Tough to beat that one.
Well, thanks for being with us. Congratulations on a great year, and looking forward to more success next fall.
Well, thank you.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.